So today we're going to attempt to replace this AC compressor clutch on this Honda, what is this, Honda Accord I guess it is. And to do that we have to take the serpentine belt off, and looked at it from the top and the belt tensioner is way up here, but getting at it from the top isn't that either. So I'm looking at potentially putting a wrench on it from down here. Just got to slip the belt off, and I'm hoping to be able to drop the compressor and bring it over into this area here and be able to do it right on the vehicle without evacuating the system. Honda says it can be done. They have it in their service literature, so we'll give it a try. So use a 15mm socket on the serpentine belt tool, and you can actually slip it over top of the drive shaft axle. I got to change the CV boot there, and remove the belt from the AC compressor. We're going to leave it up there. The belt's in good shape, so we're going to leave it there. Just tuck it out of the way. Good to go. So I've got the compressor pulled down and shifted back. I did have to unbolt this filter to get a little clearance for that line. I've got the drive plate nut off. It's a 14mm nut. There's a selective washer on there, but that comes with the new kit. We're going to save that washer though. But you can see how badly worn this clutch surface is. That comes with the new one. So we have to remove this snap ring and pull this pulley off. So I managed to get the compressor off to one side, but got a puller in there. But now I'm just tightening it up by hand and it's pulling the pulley off. So it's not tight on there. So I can probably just top it off. We don't care if we damage these ribs because we got a new pulley. Here's the part number of the new part in case you're interested. Focus. That comes with the clutch hub and bearing, new clutch coil, drive plate, and a selection of shims. So once you get the hub off, you can see the snap ring inside there for the magnetic clutch coil. There is one little small screw on the top that you have to take off the ground and a clip off the top. Take this snap ring off and unplug the coil wire. So there's this ground wire here and this power wire going in. So we've got that unplugged. We got to remove the snap ring now. Once you get the magnetic clutch off, clean that aluminum surface where the clutch sits so that it goes on all the way. With some memory cloth or a scraper. I'm going to clean this housing off here as well with some memory cloth before I put the clutch on, just so the bearing slides on easier. Well, that was a bit of a challenge. The little ears on the new snap ring were too thick to fit in between the bearing or the housing and the coil, so I had to grind the ears off. If you notice the original snap ring, these ears are quite thin. Anyways, that's what you get with aftermarket parts, but it's on there. The clutch is on and plugged in. I still have to hook up the ground. I'm going to put a little bit of never sees around the inside of this pulley, just a thin film, just in case I have to take this off again. So these are the selective thickness washers or spacers behind the drive plate. I measured these, are all 21 thou, so they give me 4 of them, the same size. So I put one in. The original one was 21 thou or 19 thou, something like that, and I've got 12 thou clearance. Let's look at the spec. It says 0.020 plus or minus 0.006. So wouldn't that be 14 to 26? And I've got 11 or 12. That's close enough for me. As long as it doesn't drag, that's what's important. Okay, so there's the compressor reinstalled. You have to be careful of that wiring harness up above the compressor, that it doesn't get pinched between the engine mounts or the engine bracket and the compressor. And there's a little hooks on the top that you have to drop the AC compressor into. Can't see them now because the belt's in the way. Got the belt back on, electrical all hooked up, should work. Let's start it up and see. So you can see the AC is cycling now. I believe this is a compressor or a cycling clutch orifice tube system, but I'll have to check. We'll check the system performance now, but you can see the compressor is running, just kicked off. Should kick back on in a sec. There we go. So we're good to go. Got to tighten up this lower cradle bolt. So I wanted to have a look at the AC system pressures now that the compressor is cycling. It's pretty cool in the shop. It's only about 68 degrees, so it doesn't need to work very hard. Here's the AC system pressures now. So that looks like high side pressure. Because it went up when the compressor engaged, and now it's dropping when the compressor disengaged. You can hear the radiator cooling fan cycling on and off with the AC compressor. It's blowing cold air out of the vents, but like I said, it doesn't have to work very hard today, so we'll probably reevaluate it in the early spring or late spring when it warms up outside. But for now, the AC compressor is working. We're going to call that one a fix. Thanks for watching.